Yo, what's up, people? Okay, so this is something that I want to try and hopefully do as a regular thing. And yeah, I'm very well aware that I've said I'm going to do something as a regular thing, and then it ended up not being very regular at all. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. But hopefully this will be a regular thing, and I'm going to call it movie review-ish, or just review-ish. I might do movies, I might do games and stuff like that. But I'm calling it review-ish because it's maybe not a review in a traditional sense, but maybe, but not quite in a full-on movie analysis either. You know, kind of in between. And what I mean by that is, you know, I'll talk about the film a little bit. You know, say what I like, what I didn't like, But also mainly want to talk about the concepts of the film. And, you know, because I feel like that's where the real discussion is in terms of, you know, when you talk about movies or games or any kind of creative arts. I feel like the real discussion is in the types of concepts that they raise, you know, that, you know, what does that mean? How can we, if we can, you know, implement those in our lives? You know, where does that go? So that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, I want to talk about Split, but before I do, let me just say that I don't intend on getting into like super spoiler territory, so I'm not going to talk too much about, you know, what happens in terms of the story or what the, you know, key plot points and things like that were. You know, I'm not going to get into like, you know, theories of this and that, you know, things like that. Not too much into there. So yeah, no sort of spoilers. That being said, if you haven't seen the movie, then yeah, it may be a few things that you might not wish to hear first on this video. You might want to watch the movie first and then check this out later. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about the story, not in any great detail. Not going to talk about any details of the plot or anything like that, so no major spoilers. But yeah, I'm going to talk about a few concepts, or one concept in particular. And yeah, you might want to watch the movie first, or you know, maybe you've seen the movie, maybe you haven't seen the movie, but you're familiar with the concept, or maybe you don't particularly care for that sort of thing. Then you're cool. We continue. But yeah, so let me start with the general sort of basic outline of the movie, and so yeah, just the basic sort of thing of the film is that it's about, how can I say this? It's about Professor X, Professor Xavier. Apparently he's read one too many minds, gone a little bit crazy, and now he has different personalities all living in his body. So he's got a few, I think like 20-something different personalities. And, you know, some of them are okay people, some of them are, you know, not so nice people at all. And that's the main sort of gist of the film. So yeah, I guess the moral of the story is don't read people's minds. But yeah, it's a good movie. I liked the movie. Just from watching it beginning to end, I enjoyed watching the movie. I personally felt it was really good. I thought it was done really well. In particular, I would say that James McAvoy was absolutely brilliant in his role. He just, in my view, he just absolutely nailed it. You know, it's just brilliant. Just from beginning to end, the dude, every character, you know, he just nailed it. So yeah, James McAvoy, shout out to you, sir, for this movie. And there was a few things I say as far as the things that I didn't like. I mean, it was I guess, yeah, I mean, I'll say this, like, when it came to the end, I did feel the ending was just a little bit cheesy, And here's the thing, I don't have a problem with cheesy movies or cheesy endings and stuff like that, not at all. I just felt that in this particular example, this particular movie, it didn't fit well with the ending, and I get why they ended it that way. It does make sense as far as the movie's concerned, and especially sort of leading into, you know, the next movie, it does make sense. But it just came across as a little bit cheesy, and I thought that, you know, there's other ways they could have done that that might not have been as cheesy and might fit better with the theme of the film and still would convey the same message. But you know, it's a minor thing. But yeah, definitely worth seeing if you've not seen it. I think it's a really good movie. I think if you liked Unbreakable, you like this. I'm looking forward to Mr. Glass. That's out sometime next year, I think. So yeah, I think you'd enjoy it if you like sort of psychological thrillers and that sort of thing. Definitely worth checking out if you have not already. But the main thing I want to talk about, and this is the part of the video where, you know, again, if you haven't seen the movie, not getting into spoilers or not any kind of major spoilers, but if you haven't seen the movie, you might want to watch that first. But if you're okay with non-spoilers, but talk just a little bit deeper of the movie, then cool, we'll continue. So one of the concepts that the movie brings up is mind over matter, and the idea that through your mind, if you truly believe something, you can control what your body can do beyond what beyond what we understand the body can do, beyond what science currently tells us that we can do. And I felt that's a really interesting idea, a really interesting concept. It's not a new concept, certainly. You know, mind over matter has been around forever, right? I'm sure you've heard people talk about that before, so it's not a new thing. It's not by, it's not something that I'm sure plenty of movies have talked about before as well. But I like the way it brought it up in this movie, Mind Over Matter, especially the way it was done. And one of the things that that I was thinking of is that, because I know people who have said this, where they've said that they've had an illness, and the doctor's been telling them that they got to take these pills and these medications and so on, and they just thought to themselves, what, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take the medication. I'm just going to heal myself through my mind, through mind, or maybe healthy eating, things like that. They're going to do things on their own terms, and they've done that and cured themselves. They've gone back to the doctor, and the doctor's been like, oh, actually your illness is gone. How did you do it? And so they believe that if they've done that through their mind, through just believing that they're well, by telling themselves that I am well, I'm healthy, I'm well, and they believe that they cured themselves through that. And I know that sounds silly and ridiculous, and well, they must be just it must be something else. And maybe it was something else. But the thing is that I wasn't there. Other people weren't there. That's what they believe, and you can't really deny someone else's experiences when you wasn't there to say anything else. You could speculate it might be something else, sure, but you can't tell that it must have been something else, because at the end of the day you wasn't there, and perhaps that is what happened. And I think when we look at beliefs, the idea that just because you don't see it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist or it's not there. And I think that when we're talking about beliefs, it becomes very much what do you want to believe about the world and what we can do. So is it possible that you could, if you did believe like fully 100% that perhaps you could jump off a building and fly, that you can do it? Is that possible? Like, I'm not, by the way, let me be clear, I'm not suggesting anybody jump off a building, let me be clear on that. I'm just talking about the concept and the idea that if you truly believe something, would it be possible? If you don't truly believe it, maybe you jump off and you fall, but if you did, perhaps you could fly. I mean, are we there yet? Are we even close to being there yet? Because I think it's fair to say that we, as humans, have not reached the limits of what humans can do. And my personal belief is that we'll never reach the limits of what humans can do. I think that we are limited. I do believe we are limited, but I also believe that the limits of what we can do are just so far ahead that we'll never actually reach them. So however long humans have left in existence on this planet, or other planets if we do ever move to other planets, but however long humans have left, I personally don't believe we'll ever reach their limits. We'll get closer and closer and closer and closer, but we never actually reach. Like those graphs that they just when it go into zero, but they never actually reach zero, kind of like that. But I also think that the closer you get to this limit, the more you learn, the more you realize there's more to learn. So although you're getting closer, you're also getting further away at the same time, and that's something else. But the point I'm making is that we're so far away. At least I believe that we're not even close to where the limits of what humans can do. The idea that telling somebody else that, oh, that's not possible because you don't believe it, I feel like there's maybe an arrogance there, or potential arrogance there, because we haven't reached that. Perhaps there are some people who have evolved, say, mentally beyond what we currently understand, to the point where they can control an illness or something in their body. And I get it. It sounds nuts. It sounds crazy. And again, I'm not suggesting anybody jump off buildings or anything like that. Please, don't do that. Don't do that. But I'm just talking about the idea, the concept, and that is a fascinating concept to me. And I thought Split brought it up in a really cool and interesting way. So that's what I want to talk about. Let me know what you think of Mind Over Matter. Let me know what you think of controlling the body through mind, or curing yourself through illnesses, or perhaps change yourself physically through just pure mental power. Let me know what you think of that whole thing, or if you've seen the movie, if you liked it, you didn't like it, let me know. We talk about that too. Let me know in the comments of all that. But anyway, Split, great movie, definitely worth checking out. James McAvoy, awesome in that film. Definitely looking forward to. I was looking forward to Glass anyway, but definitely looking forward to it now because good movie. That's gonna be all for now. That's gonna be all for now. So anyway, so let me know what you think. And so we're trying to do this as a regular thing. If you got any movies you want to suggest that I check out, I typically like action movies and sci-fi and stuff like that. And Split is a good movie. So maybe something along those lines. If you got something you want to recommend, let me know, and I'll see if I can check it out and maybe do a review-ish of that too. Yeah, that's going to be all for now. So guys, thank you for watching. Oh, let me end this properly. So if you like this video, give it a like and share it amongst your friends. If you did not like it, then give it a dislike and share it amongst your enemies. You can check out more videos around somewhere, subscribe around somewhere, links in the description. That's going to be all for now. So thank you for watching, and until whenever, if ever, peace out, y'all.